I'm going to start with something that was written about mother and child, the perpetuation mother and child, which is the tall figure over in the corner. It was written by the Activities for Health Progression Group, and they had some quite disturbing thoughts about that sculpture, and it's made me look at it with entirely different eyes. This is one of their 2 poems. She's rejecting the child. It bothers me. Why isn't she picking him up? She's not bonded with him. He's bonded with her. The child is clinging to his mum. He's saying, don't jump. She looks so passive, docile, no emotion, in denial. She doesn't want to feed the child, even covering her breasts. If it's going to be sacrificed, you don't want to get too attached. So the other mother and child in the gallery is over in this corner, and immediately when you look at that sculpture, there's a completely different relationship between that mother and child. And a group from West Park Primary School, the families group who've been working with Lisa Harrison, came along and interpreted that sculpture with me. They did several poems. They can all be read or listened to, some of them listened to on audio. I'm just going to do one of them. It looks like they're crying, a personal moment, a bond that you share between mother and child, regardless of anything. Saying, never leave me, a reflection of how I feel with my children. Unconditional love without any barriers.
Hard and feels as cold as stone. Perhaps it's a nun, desperate, begging, looking a bit sad. Something bad might have happened. Could this be a lost soul? It's like white chocolate, made out of marble. It's smooth and 3-dimensional, looks like an angel, peaceful, praying, or someone trying to touch the sky. Feels wet, like candle wax or tears. It looks like a mother and a daughter bonding. Is the daughter taking her mother to heaven, or praying to God that she won't die? It looks such a peaceful place, to make me calm. But I'm excited. I want to know what happens next. Do dreams and wishes come true? The next one is written about a girl on a swing, which you can see there. And this was written by a group from Penn Hospital Adult Mental Health Unit. It feels cold, very smooth. I liked her screwed up toes. Makes me feel I want to jump on a swing with her. We always had a swing at the bottom of the garden. I had a piece of rope with a knot on it. Pushed my sisters on a swing. Reminds me of my daughter's swing. That's clever, very clever. Makes me think of Peter Pan. It seems so high to reach the sky. Freedom.
Who come to work here in a group called Art Forum, and they wrote about several of the sculptures. This one is about Dancing Girl. That's just the figurehead there. Some is smooth, some is rippled. It depends which part you touch. Round, folded, smooth, unblemished, mottled, scratched, indented, detailed, awkward, realistic. Some is smooth, some is rippled. Whoever made this, it's amazing. Soft, fluid, precious woman, pure white from a distance. Cold, veined, draped, opaque. Ivory lady, dance transcendent. Whoever made this, it's amazing. And one of the groups who wrote, actually I couldn't work with as a group because they were all the visitors who came to the Independence Day celebrations for Jamaican Independence Day last summer. And so I couldn't sit with everyone to make a poem, but I asked them to write down their responses to Job, the wooden figure here, and there is no one better to interpret their poem about Joe than the wonderful Marcia Callum.
Thank you. This poem I'm about to read out is called Joe, and is situated there by the visitors of the Independence Day celebrations. Hard and smooth, because he is Joe. Committed, patient, tolerant, forgiving, he will say, hello. Bumpy and rough, crusty, rusty, dark and sheen, thick-lipped, broad-nosed hair like mane, he would say, don't touch me. He will be thinking about his animals. Smooth and bumpy, solid and rough, hard and good, strong, faithful, dependable, he would speak, he would say, hold on. Smooth and rough, man of colour, pure, solid, natural, sturdy, heavy, hard, enduring. If he could speak, he might say, look inside and find your truth. Thank you. Peace, and it's this statue here, and it's by the group of the Haven Way, in conjunction with the Domestic Violence Refuge. And it goes like this. If I could speak, I'd use my voice to tell you about beauty. The beauty that you see when you can view the world in peace. The peace that comes in your heart, you know tranquility. The tranquility that grows inside you when you are truly free. The freedom that releases you to find your inner voice. The voice you speak about the beauty that you see.
Cuthbert's crush. I think it's a thing to start conversations, a press or machinery, something you turn, a thing to screw pressure, device to crush cans. The shape of a melon, I'd say it's a clam. They do these daft handbags, something like that. Or maybe it's some sort of bottle corker. I felt the hairs rise on the back of my neck. Is it? Could it be an object of torture?
Also worked with some people who had learning disabilities, and they've interpreted quite a lot of the sculptures here. Eileen Ward Birch is going to read one that was written by people from Stowheath Day Centre, and it's about Old Woman, which is just there.
Feels like the weather. It's all right. Looks like a bloke. It's an Indian lady. She talks in Indian. Namaste.
And again, Stowheath Day Centre, although we'd already written about Dancing Girl, they loved Dancing Girl and they wanted to write something about her. And it came out as a poem for two voices. And they're two very distinct Black Country voices. And when I was working on the poem, I could hear an older Black Country lady and a slightly younger Black Country lady who were standing in front of it trying to work out what was going on with Dancing Girl. So I'll leave you, this is the last poem in the set, so I'll leave you with Emma and with Eileen.
Dancing Girl. What's her got on her head?
Flowers eyes.
What's her got in her hand?
As carrying castanets.
As wearing a chamois and dancing.
As took off all her clothes and showing her breasts.
Oh.